In this series, I'm planning to solve all the questions that appeared in the previous year GS2 papers of UPSC preliminary examination, except for the comprehensive type of questions. We will start with 2013 GS2 paper. Before taking up this question, I'll just discuss the general method I use in solving such big questions. First step is to break down the long sentence into short ones so that we can easily compare them, analyze, and make inferences. So sometimes knowing the question at the end will help to skip some information given and just focus on the what is needed to solve it. These two will be used while solving such questions. Anyway, we will take up the first question. 4 friends A, B, C, and D distribute some money among themselves in such a manner that A gets 1 less than B, C gets 5 more than D, D gets 3 more than B. Who gets the smallest amount? So we'll just break down the given statements. So it starts from here. A gets 1 less than B. So we will just write this as A gets 1 less than B. So A plus 1 is B. Similarly, C gets 5 more than D. So we can write D plus 5 is equal to C. So D gets 3 more than B. So B plus 3 is equal to D. So since we need to find the smallest, we'll just use the relation A less than B here, D less than C, B less than D. Or if we write A less than B and we know B less than D, so B less than D and D less than C. So among the four, A is the smallest. So A is the right answer. Question 2. Read the following statements and answer the 4 items that follow. 5 cities P, Q, R, S, and T are connected by different modes of transport as follows. We are given 5 statements. To analyze them easily, we break down those statements into a pictorial form. So for that we'll write P, Q, R, S, T, the cities. So it is given P and Q are connected by boat as well as rail. So here boat as well as rail. Okay. Now S and R are connected by bus and boat. So S and R, bus, boat. Okay. Now Q and T are connected by air only. Q and T connected by air only. Okay. P and R are connected by boat only. So here boat only. P and R are connected by boat only. And T and R are connected by rail and bus. Rail and bus. So we got our figure. Now we can go to the questions. Question 2. Which mode of transport would help one to reach R starting from Q but without changing the mode of transport? So we have to start from Q. So if you go from Q, you can go to P or T. Since if you go to T, then you will have to use the air method, and there is no air anywhere else. So this is not the right path. So we will start from Q, then to P. From there, we can reach R. So P to R only boat is available. So Q to P there is boat also. So we can choose boat. So without changing the mode of transport, we can start from Q and reach R. So boat is the boat is the correct answer. So we'll take up the next question. So for that we'll use this uh, representation, so it will be easy to solve. So next question is, if a person visit each of the places starting from P and gets back to P, which of the places he has to visit twice? So this is the figure we drew in the last question. So he is starting from P, he has to visit all the places, then which of the places he has to visit twice? So as you can see, S is from to S. If you have to reach S, you have to come from R. So from R you can reach S, and to reach back P we have to go to R again. So the answer would be S, since whatever way you choose, sorry, answer would be R. So whatever way you choose, to reach S you have to go from R, then from S you have to return back to R. So you will have to visit R twice. So that is the reason R is the answer to the question 3. So we'll go to next question. Question 4. Which one of the following pairs of cities is connected by any of the routes directly without going to any other city? So which one of the following pairs of cities is connected by any of the routes directly without going to any other city? So P and T, if you look at P and T, you have to visit another city to reach. So it is not the answer. T and S. So there is no other way to reach T and X without visiting R. So this is not the answer. Q and R. So to reach to reach R, you have to either go to P or T. So even that is not the answer. So none of the pairs you can reach directly. You have to visit one intermediate city. So the answer here is none of this. Moving on to the next question. Question 5. Between which two cities among the pairs of cities given below are there maximum travel options available? So we will go through the options one by one. Q and S. So to reach S from Q, one option is Q to P, Q to P, which has two modes, boat and rail, and P to R, which has one mode, which is just boat, and R to S, which has two modes. So total possible combinations to travel from Q to P to R to S is 2 into 1 into 2. This is 2 into 1 into 2, which is equal to 4. So this 4 method, if we travel like this, we have 4 possible combinations. Then we can also take Q to T, which has only one combination, which is air, and then T to R, which has two combinations, then R to S, which has two combinations. So 2 into 2 into 1, so total 4 combinations. So these are the two ways we can choose. We can go from Q to S. So total 4 plus 4, 8 combinations. So total 8 combinations can be formed when traveling from Q to S. So if you take P to R, then P to R, only one combination, one direct via P to R boat. So there is only one, and or we can go from P to Q, which has two combinations, Q to T, which has one combination, then T to R, which has two combinations. So 2 into 1 into 2, 4. So total 4 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5 combinations. So and similarly P to T, if you take P to T, P to Q to Q to T 1. So total 2 combinations, and P to R, which is 1, R to T, which is 2. So total 2 combinations. So sum is 4 combinations. So here 5, 8. Only one more, Q and R. So Q and R, we can go from Q to P, which has 2 combination, and P to R, 1 combination. So total 2 possibilities. And then Q to T, which has 1 combination. Then T to R, which has 2 combinations. So 2 into 1, 2. So sum 4. So as we saw, like here we have 8 possible combination. Here 5, 4, 4. So Q and S has the maximum number of possible combination, maximum travel options available. So answer is A, 8 combinations. Question 6. So it's a long question. A tennis coach is trying to put together a team of 4 players for the forthcoming tournament. For this, 7 players are available. Males A, B, and C, and females W, X, Y, and Z. All players have equal capability, and at least 2 males will be there in the team. For a team of 4, all players must be able to play with each other, but B cannot play with W, C cannot play with Z, and W cannot play with Y. This is the question, and if Y is selected and B is rejected, the team will consist of which one of the following groups? That is the question. So in such question we'll break down the long sentence into simple ones. All players have equal capability. The important point starts from here. 2 males will be there in the team, so we need 2 males. So there will be 2 males. That is the first point. So second point is, for a team of 4, all players must be able to play, but B cannot play with, sorry, so B cannot play with W. Similarly, C cannot play with Z, and W cannot play with Y. So these are the information given. So we know that the 2 males need to be selected. There are 3 males. So the only information given in the question is Y is selected and B is rejected. So out of A, B, C males, B is rejected. So automatically, since we need 2 males, A and C will be selected. So A is selected, C is selected, and we know that Y is selected. So in the it is given that since B is rejected, we don't need this. So we need one more person. So if there is W, X, Y, Z, W, X, Y, Z females. So these are the females. We need to select one female from this. Y is already selected. So this goes. So the only ones left is W, X, and Z. We have to select one from this. So but it is said C cannot play with Z. So since C is here, Z we cannot choose Z. Similarly, since Y was selected, W cannot be selected. So the only option is A, C, Y, and X. So this is the option A, C, Y, and X. This one, B. So B is the correct answer. So this is the answer to the question 6. So once again, since B was rejected and 2 males has to be there, so automatically A and C was selected and Y is selected. So from the given condition, since Y cannot play with W cannot be selected, and similarly C is selected and C cannot play with Z, so Z cannot be selected. The only person left is X. So A, C, Y, X is the correct required group. So answer to the solution B. Moving on to the next question. Question 7. If B is selected and Y is rejected, the team will consist of which one of the following groups? So again, I have written the information that was there in the question. So we have males A, B, C, A, B, C, and females W, X, Y, Z. And it is given that B is selected and Y is rejected. So Y is rejected. Y is rejected. So we have B, and we need to select one more male from A and C, and we'll find out which one. So, and rest we have to select two females from this group. So since B is selected, we automatically know that W cannot be selected from the female group, since B cannot play with W. So W is gone. So the only two females left is X and Z. So since we need X, so one possibility is we have to select X and Z. So let's see whether that works. So if we select X and Z, we need one more male, right? So one more male, since A can be chosen, A, B, X, Z is a possible combination. Since Z can not play with C and we have not chosen Z, and X can play with all. So this is a possible combination. So other combination is, since if you go back to the question, it is said at least two males will be there in the team. So we can choose another combination is choosing all three as all three males. So let's see whether that is possible. So A, B, C. Let's say we choose A, B, C, and we have to choose only one from this female group, X or Z. So see, we know that B doesn't play with W, C doesn't play with Z. So Z cannot be chosen. So another option, so X can be chosen. So A, B, C, X. So these two are possible combinations, A, B, C, X or A, B, X, Z. So if you check the options, A, B, C, W is there, A, B, C, Z is there, A, B, C, X is there, and A, W, Y, and Z. So this is the only combination that is there in the answer. So we can choose C as the correct answer. So here, as you can see, since the at least term was used, we can choose more than two males. So we chose all three as males and X as the only female member in this group. So this is a possibility. Nothing in the question prevents this group being formed also. Since we selected B, Y was rejected, and we selected X and Z as two female members. So nothing contradicts with the given statement. B cannot play with W. There is no W here. C is not chosen, so W is not chosen, or Y is not chosen. So this can also be one answer, but it is not in the option. So this is the only answer we can select that. So this is the solution to question 7. Moving on to the question number 8. Question 8. If all three males are selected, then how many combinations of 4-member teams are possible? So I have written down the information that was in the question. So the total male members were A, B, C, and female numbers were X, Y, W, X, Y, Z. So the given information is all three males are selected, A, B, C. So here, since B is there, W cannot be included, since B will not play with W. So option of W is gone. Since C is there and C will not play with Z, option of selecting Z is gone. And since W will not play with Y. That doesn't matter. We can choose either X, or we can choose A, B, C and Y. So only two combinations are possible. So the answer to this question is B, 2. Next question, question 9. The music director of a film wants to select 4 persons to work on a different aspect of a composition of a piece of music. 7 persons are available for this work. They are Rohit, Tanya, Shobha, Kausal, Kunal, Mukesh and Jaswant. Rohit and Tanya will not work together. So we'll just start writing the points into simple formats. So Rohit and Tanya will not work together. Kunal and Shobha will not work together. So Kunal and will not work together. Mukesh and Kunal want to work together. So Mukesh and Kunal, okay, want to work together. Which of the following is the most acceptable group of people that can be selected by the music director? So we'll check each options. A, Rohit, Shobha, Kunal and Kaushal. So Rohit won't work with Tanya. So Tanya is not in the group. And Shobha doesn't work with Kunal. So Shobha and Kunal is there. In the first option, Shobha and Kunal is there. So A is not the right answer. So in the second option, Tanya and Rohit doesn't work together. So Tanya and Rohit doesn't work together. So this is not the correct option. Moving on to the third, Tanya and Rohit doesn't work together. So Rohit is not in this group. So it's okay. Now Kunal and Shobha doesn't work together. So Kunal is there, Shobha is not there. So it's okay. Mukesh wants to work with Kunal. Mukesh and Kunal is there. So C is the correct option. We can right away mark C as the correct option. We don't have to check D. But if you check D, Shobha doesn't work with Kunal. Kunal is not there. And Tanya and Rohit doesn't work together. So Tanya and Rohit is there. So this is also wrong. C is the right answer. That is the solution to question 9. Next question. Question 10. 5 people A, B, C, D and E are seated around a round table. Every chair is spaced equidistant from adjacent chair. So some set of information are given, like we will draw the table. Okay, so we need 5 position, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it is not equidistant, but okay, anyway. So 5 tables are there, and C, first information is C is seated next to A. So randomly we'll assign C. Just say A. This is A. So C could be either here or here. Both possibilities are there. A is seated 2 seats from D. So 2 seats from D means D has to be 2 seats away. So in this direction, if you look, 2 seats away from D means D will be here. So if you go this way, D will be here, or if you go this way, D could be here. 2 seats away becomes this. So let's okay, both possibilities are there. Now B is not seated next to A. So B is not seated next to A. So we will do one thing. We will draw these two situations as 2 separate cases. So we'll say this is D. Then since B is not seated next to A, B has to be here. So this is the case 1, and case 2 will be similarly Uh, so So case 2 will be A, C can be both here, and D will be, instead of here, D will be here, and this is B. So these are two cases, okay, case 1 and case 2. Now, which of the following must be true? So in both cases, this has to be true. D is seated next to B. In both cases, as you can see, D is seated next to B. So this has to be true, and E is seated next to A. So since we haven't filled the information, so E can be both here or here. So even here, E can be here or here. So C or E. So in both cases, E is seated next to A. So even if C is here, E will be here. So in both cases, E is seated next to A. So both these statement is true in both the cases. So the correct answer is both 1 and 2, C. You can quickly draw this. I took some time to draw. So you can quickly draw and find out the answer. So this is the solution to question 10. Moving to the next question. Question 11. Examine carefully the following statements and answer 3 items that follow. So out of 4 friends, A, B, C and D, A and B play football and cricket, B and C play cricket and hockey, A and D play basketball and football, C and D play hockey and basketball. So there are some questions that follow. So what we will do is form a table quickly. So A, B, C, D. So, and we have football, cricket, hockey, basketball. In exam hall, you don't have to write all this. You can just write FCHB or something shorthand form, something in the shorthand form. You don't have to, you don't have to draw this table and all. You can simply scribble the points. I'm doing this only for the explanation's sake. So the given information is A and B play football and cricket. So A and B play football and cricket. So I'm just marking for A and B. So B and C play cricket and hockey. So B and C play cricket and hockey. So cricket and hockey. A and D play basketball and football. So A and D. A and D play basketball. So basketball and football. So football already marked. So football marked. C and D play hockey and basketball. So C and D, hockey and basketball. Hockey, basketball and hockey. So we have marked all the statements. Now we can answer. Who does not play hockey? So if you see, A does not play hockey. So the correct answer is A. D, A. So this is, so we will just, this is the solution to question number 11. There are 2 more questions in this section series. Next question, question 12. Who plays football, basketball and hockey? So we need to find the person who has tick on football, hockey and basketball. So if you see, hockey, basketball, football, D has tick on all these 3. So the correct answer is A, and the D. Sorry. So this is the correct answer. So we'll go to the next question. Question 13. Which game do B, C and D play? So we need to find the common game that B, C and D, B, C, D plays. So if you compare, hockey is the game which has tick on B, C, D. So hockey is the correct answer. So B is the correct answer. So as you can see, if you draw the table, you can quickly answer all 3 questions. So in the exam hall, just you can use some shorthand for football. Say when you write the exam, you can just quickly write down A, B, C, D, and then if you instead of football, just write FO, cricket, CR, hockey, HO, basketball, BA, something, and just get on with this. So you can easily finish the question within 2 minutes, all 3 questions within 2 minutes, so or less than that. So that is the solution to question 13. Moving on to the next question, question 14. Geeta is older than her cousin Meena. So we'll right away write Geeta is older than her cousin Meena. Okay. Meena's brother and Bibin. Meena's brother Bibin is older than Geeta. So before processing all this information, let's just go to the question. Which one of these logically follows from the information given below above? While playing chess with Geeta and Meena, Bibin often loses. Geeta is the oldest among the 3. Geeta hates to lose the game. Meena is the youngest of the 3. So these are the statements we have to verify. So we don't have to worry much on the relationship here. So that is one advantage. If we just check the question and answers very quick, we can skip certain information, that is that Geeta is her Meena is Geeta's cousin, and all such information. Bibin is Meena's brother. All such information we can skip. So anyway, Meena's brother Bibin is older than Geeta. So Bibin is older than Geeta. Okay. When Meena and Bibin visits Geeta, they like to play chess. Meena wins the game more often than Geeta. It's just said Meena wins more, wins greater than Geeta. Okay, based on the above information, 4 conclusions are given. So while playing chess with Geeta and Meena, Bibin often loses. So there is nothing that is given about the winning rate of Bibin, so that we cannot say it follows. So this is wrong. Geeta is the oldest among the 3. So we can see that Bibin is greater than Geeta. So that is also wrong. Geeta is not oldest. Bibin is older than Geeta. So that is also wrong. Geeta hates to lose the game. We don't know whether that is the case. We know that Meena wins more, but whether Geeta hates to lose the game or Geeta loves to lose the game, no such information is given. So we cannot say this is right. So next one has to be right, but we will still analyze it. Meena is the youngest of the 3. So we know that Bibin is greater than Geeta, and Geeta is greater than Meena from this information. So we can see that Meena is the youngest. So we can say D is right. The only statement that follows from these statements are Meena is the youngest of the 3. So this is fairly easy question, but the key to this problem is reading this quick and solving this fast within 1 minute or less than that. So one thing we have to keep in mind is when such big questions come, make sure that you read the question first and see what they are asking, so that you can avoid processing certain information and focus on some other. So we can just simply write few statements and quickly eliminate the options and arrive at the solution. So this is the solution to question number 14. Moving on to the next question, question 15. A, B, C, D, and E belong to 5 different cities: P, Q, R, S, and T. Not necessarily in that order. each one of them comes from a different city. Further, it is given that a set of 4 statements are given. So the question is, which one of the following statement is not correct? C belongs to P, Q. So we have to identify which city A, B, C, D, and E belongs to. So first, before reading the statements, we will first form a table. Okay, now we will fill in the information. B and C do not belong to Q. So for B and C, we can mark a cross for Q. Okay, and B and E do not belong to P and R. So B and E do not belong to P and R. So for B, marking cross for P and R, and for E, marking cross for P and R. Now A and C do not belong to R, S, and T. So R, S, and T, A and C. So we'll just mark cross for A and C. Okay. D and E do not belong to Q and T. D and E do not belong to Q and T. So Q, T, Q, T. This is the given information. Since we can now fill in the rest of the information, so this is the given one. So we have one more important information. Each one of them comes from a different city. So if there is only one empty element in a column or a row, we can safely say that that particular person belongs to that particular city. So as you can see clearly, C has only option P left. So we can say C belongs to P. Similarly, E has only S left. So we can say that E belongs to S. And another information is, since C belongs to P, no other person can come from P. Since we know that each one of them comes from a different city, so no one else comes from P, so we can mark cross to the P, the rest of the element we can mark cross. Now similarly, since E belongs to S, no other person can come from S, so we can mark cross for S. So now the only options left is D should belongs to R, and A should belong to Q, and B should belong to T. So we got the complete information. Now we can answer. Now the statement, the question asks to find the incorrect statement. So C belongs to P. C belongs to P, that is a correct statement. And D belongs, so this is not the answer. D belongs to R. So D belongs to R, that is also a correct statement. So this is not the correct answer. A belongs to Q. So A belongs to Q, that is also a correct statement. So this is not the answer. B belongs to S. So B belongs to T, it's not correct. So since it is asking for incorrect question, this is the right answer. D is the right answer. Moving on to question number 16. 7 men A, B, C, D, E, F, and G are standing in a queue in that order. Each one is wearing a cap of different color like violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. Some information is given. And at the end, if E is wearing an indigo colored cap, then the color of the cap worn by F is. So we have to find the color of the cap of each person. So let's write A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So they are standing in a queue in this order. So let's see. D is able to see in front of him green and blue, but not violet. So let's draw a line like this. And D is able to see in front of him green and blue but not violet. So how to process this information? So this means either A, B, C will have green and blue cap, and since D cannot see violet cap, it means either D or E, F or G will have violet cap. So D cannot see his cap color or cap color of persons standing behind him. So either D or E, F or G will have violet cap. Okay. Anyway, let's take the next point. So E can see violet and yellow but not red. So it's given E can see violet and yellow but not red. This is another information that is given. Then G can see caps of all colors other than orange. So since G is the last person and G can see the cap colors of all the persons except the color of the hat he is wearing. So it says G can see caps of all colors other than orange. So definitely that means the color of the cap of G is orange. So we will write the color of the cap of person we found out on the left side. So color of cap of G is orange. So we found out that. Now it is given if E is wearing an indigo colored cap. So it is given E is wearing an indigo colored cap. Then what is the color of cap worn by F? Now we need to find F. From this information, we know that E cannot see red. So the only possibility of that to happen is red should be the color of cap of either E or persons behind him. So since we already know the color of cap of indigo, E as indigo and G as orange, the only possibility is the color of cap of F is red. So the color of the cap worn by F is red. So answer is C. So this is the solution to question number 16. So we don't have to process any of this information. We don't have to find the color of cap of A, B, C or D. We just need to find the color of cap of F. And since we need to do every question in as little time as possible, we just need to find the answer of the color of the cap worn by F, and we can move on to the next question. So this is the solution to the question 16. Next question 17. There are some balls of red, green and yellow color lying on a table. There are as many red balls as there are yellow balls. So let's call yellow color number X. Then it is given there are as many red balls as there are yellow balls. So red and R is also equal to X. Now there are twice as many yellow balls as there are green ones. So green one is X by 2. Now the number of red balls is equal to the, if you see, they are asking the number of red balls X. So we know that is equal to the sum of yellow and green balls. No, wrong. X plus X by 2 is not equal to X. Is double the number of green balls. That is true. B is correct. So this is the correct answer. So just checking the other statements. C is equal to yellow balls minus green balls. Yellow balls minus green balls. No. Cannot be ascertained. No. So B is the correct answer. We don't have to analyze all other statements. The moment you find out the correct answer, you can move on to the next question, and then you can save some time. So that is the solution to question number 17. Moving on to the next question, question 18. In a class of 45 students, a boy is ranked 20th. When 2 boys joined, his rank was dropped by 1. What is his new rank from the end? So since he was ranked 20, there was 19 students in front of him and the boy, and then there was, since now 20 students are completed, there were 25 students behind him, right? This is the boy. So he had 20th rank. Now when 2 boys joined, his rank was dropped by 1. So one boy joined, had better rank than him. So there are 20 boys in front of him now. He is the 21st person, and now one person joined behind him. There was 25 people behind him. Now it is 26. 26 people is behind him. So from back side, his rank is 27. Since 26 people are behind him, if you count it from so if you count it from this side, his rank will be 27th. So that is the correct answer, C. So that is the solution to question 18. Taking up next question, question 19. A thief running at 8 km per hour is chased by a policeman whose speed is 10 km per hour. If the thief is 100 meters ahead of the policeman, then the time required for the policeman to catch thief will be. So I'll just show what is given. The normal there is 2 methods to solve this question. One is the normal method, which is say the policeman will catch thief at in t time. So with t time, let's say they catch here, they catch and when the thief reaches this point, policeman also catches up and reach here. So the time, let's say the time taken is t. So the total distance from here the thief ran is 8 into t, and the total distance policeman ran from here is, since his speed is 10 into t in hours. So if I assume t is in hours, so, and we also know that this 10t is nothing but 10t is 8t, which is this distance, plus 100. So plus 100. So we get 10t minus 80, 2t equal to 100, and t is equal to 50. So this is 100 meter. So this is wrong, since the unit is not same. So since we have 100 meter here, if we write everything in kilometers and hours, 100 meter become by 1000, that is 0.1. So 2t equal to 0.1, or t equal to 0.1 by 2. This is in hours. So if you multiply by 60, we get in time in minutes. So this becomes 30 or 3. So 3 minutes is the answer. This is the usual step. So we could also solve this using the concept of relative velocity. So people who are familiar with the relative velocity concept can skip this part. For people who are unfamiliar, I am discussing this. So the relative velocity is, if the relative velocity of 2 people can be found out in by first seeing whether they are running in the same direction or opposite direction. So say v1 is the velocity of the first person and v2 is the velocity of second person, and they are running both in the same direction. So if v1 is greater than v2, we can say that the relative velocity of them is v1 minus v2. Why? I'll just explain with an example. Say this person is running at 10 km per hour, and this person is running at 5 km per hour. The relative velocity is when, from the perspective of this person is moving ahead at a speed of difference of these 2 people. So if it is 10 minus 5, for every hour this person will see this person moving ahead at 5 km per hour. This, what is this 5? The difference between these 2. So if this is smaller, say in this our example, the speeds are given. Speeds are given as the thief is running at 8 km per hour and policeman is running at 10 km per hour. So after each hour, this policeman will find that he is 2 km closer to this thief. Since after 1 hour he ran 8 kilometers, let this be 8 kilometers, and he ran 10 kilometers from here. So if you subtract this 8 kilometers, he will see that this is 8 kilometers. He is just 2 kilometer closer to him after 1 hour. So that is the difference of their speeds. So after 1 hour, they are v1 minus v2 distance closer after 1 hour. So that is a concept of relative velocity. So we can, in relative velocity cases, we can assume, we can say that this person is at standstill. He is not moving, and this person is traveling at a speed v1 minus v2 closer to him. So if this person is still, and if he is moving at v1 minus v2 at with a particular time, their gap will be closed. This distance, if he is standing still, this distance can be covered in v1 minus v2 time. So and if they are in the another cases, when they are moving in the same direction, so if this is v1 and this is v2, we can say that in similar situation, the relative velocity is, if this person is standing still, his relative velocity will be v1 plus v2, and this he can travel this distance, that is the distance between them, in v1 plus v2 speed, and he will reach this person at v1 plus v2 speed. So here, if you apply this concept, you can see the relative velocity between the thief and policeman is 10 minus 8, which is 2 km per hour. So if thief is standing, you can assume thief is standing still, when in actual they are both running in the same direction, but we can assume this thief is standing still and reduce the speed of thief to policeman and find out his relative speed, so that he will be able to travel 100 meters at 2 km per hour when they reach. So the moment they reach the thief is the time the policeman take to travel 100 meters in relative speed. I hope it is not getting confusing. So 100 meters is 0.1 kilometer. So it's the same equation. So if the time taken is, if 2 kilometer at 2 km per hour, the time taken to cover 0.1 meter is speed by distance by speed, so which is 0.1 by 2, and this is in hours, and if you multiply with 60, we'll get 30 and 3 minutes as our answer. So if you understand this concept, the moment you see the question, you will be able to find the relative velocity and the distance that needs to be covered, and use it to quickly reach the answer. So this is much simpler if you understand the concept. So I will just, for the sake of understanding, I will just give another case where, say, policeman is running 10 km per hour in this direction, and thief was running 8 km per hour towards him. So this is highly unlikely. Say, instead of policeman and thief, it was two cars moving in the same direction, and at what point they will reach, at what point they will meet, if that is the question. So using relative velocity, it is very simple. So if first we are given, say, they have 1 kilometer, say, for this simplicity, we will say there is 1 kilometer between them, and since we can put this person as stationary and use the relative speed concept, so 10 plus 8, 18. At 18 km per hour, what time will it take to cover 1 kilometer? That is the question. So 1 by we can say that distance time is taken will be distance by speed, that is 1 by 18 will be the answer. So quickly we found out, just in 1 second we can find out the answer. So if you understand the concept of relative velocity, it is very simple to solve such questions. So I hope you understand. If it is confusing, I'll do another video. Comment below. I'll try to give more examples and I'll explain this concept better. I hope you understood. So this is the solution to question number 19. Moving on to the next question, question 20. A train travels at a certain average speed for a distance of 63 km and then travels at a distance of 72 km at an average speed of 6 km per hour, more than its original speed. If it takes 3 hours to complete the total journey, what is the original speed of the train in km per hour? So it is given, say the train's original speed is x. So it is given the train travels at an average speed which is at x for a distance of 63 kilometers. So we are going to use the simple formula. Time is equal to distance by speed. So here that is the only formula that we need. It says the total time taken is 3 hours. So we say 3 hours is 63 by x, 63 kilometers at a speed of x, plus this is the time taken to cover 63 kilometers, and 72 kilometers at a speed 6 more than x, so x plus 6. So this is the only equation that is given. So this becomes, if you solve it, this becomes a quadratic equation. So it becomes complicated one only. There is no easy solution to this. So before making this a quadratic equation, we can first simplify this. We can divide throughout by 3. So that is possible since every term is divisible by 3. So we can say 63 by 3 is 21 by x, plus here it becomes 3 into 2, 6, 12 is 4. 21 by 24 by x plus 6 is equal to 3 by 3 which is 1. So this, it becomes a simpler equation. So if you multiply throughout, if you multiply, we will get 21 into x plus 6. So 21x plus 21 into 6, which is 6 and 126, plus 24 into x, 24 into x by x into x plus 6, x into x plus 6 is equal to 1. Or we can write 21x plus 126 plus 24x is equal to x square plus 6x. So the simplifying, we get x square. So 21 plus 24 is 45. 45 minus 6 is 39. So it is minus 39x minus this 126. So 126 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. So if you you can go and apply that minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, that formula, but here we can use, this is the product, the sum, and this is the product, that concept to find the solution. So if you see, the sum is 39. So looking at the answer, one answer has to fix this equation, right? So the closest one is 42. If it is 42, we can say 42 minus 42 and 3. So if you see, minus 42 plus 3 is minus 39, and 42 into 3, if you see, it is 126. So product and sum matches. So this is the solution. Simply we can write this as x, so it has to come x minus 42 into x plus 3 equal to 0. So if you open it up, you will get this, and x is equal to 42 or minus 3. So since x is the speed, it is only positive term, we need to take only the positive term, and C is the correct answer. So this is little complicated. You can skip it if you want in the exam hall, if you think it is too much time consuming. Otherwise, this is the solution. This is how you can find the speed. So I hope this how we split up easily is clear. This is the sum and this is the product. So you can think of combinations or even factor this term to find the possible combinations, and find out the answer. I just use the solutions given to find out a proper or suitable solution. Anyway, this is the solution to question number 20. Moving on to the next question, question 21. Consider the following figures 1, 2, 3 and 4. In the figures from 1 to 4 above, two symbols are shown to change their position in a regular direction. Following the same sequence, which one of the following will appear at the fifth stage? So two symbols are given and it is moving around. So if you see the sun, this symbol seems to move like here. Okay, let me just from here, here, like this only it moves. Okay, so I'll just first here, then here, then here, then here. So it is moving like this. So I guess that's clear. So in that case, in the fifth one, it will move from here to here. So the options with that is this. We have three options. Only this is wrong. Okay, now let's see the triangle one. Triangle one first moves to this direction, then this, then this. So it should probably move this like this. So it is moving in this manner. So triangle should be in the fifth one, should be in this column only. So you see this. B is the correct answer. So from here it moved to this, this and this. Correct. So from fourth one, it from this point it moved to this one. So B is the correct answer. The solution to question 21. Next question, question 22. In each item, there are two sets of figures. First 4 figures named problem figures and next 4 figures named answer figures, indicated as A, B, C and D. Problem figures follows a particular sequence in accordance with the same. Which one of the 4 answers given, which of the 4 answers figures should appear as the fifth figure? So if you see, you observe these 4, the arrow is just changing up and down direction. So first one is down, second one is up, third one is down, fourth one is up. So fifth one should be down. And if you see this part, it is just taking clockwise positions. So first one here, second one here, third one here, fourth one back to the top position. So fifth one, it should be like the triangle should be like this and it should be like this. So the answer matching that is C. The solution to question 22 is C. Next question, question 23. Problem figures, answer figures. So it is same as before. So we need to identify the pattern. So if you see, the arrow is here, it goes to the left side and then goes to this side and then goes to the center. So if you see every thing here, this at least for the arrow, it is changing its position to its right. So we start from here, we treat all these three symbols as separate, so everything is going to its position, is going changing to its left. So this changing, this becomes, it comes to the this side. So if you just change, it becomes this. If you change just the position, it has to become this. But instead, if you see the last one, the last thing is getting inverted. So from this, it becomes this. So the the transformation happens, every item goes to its left and the last one gets inverted. So if you see, that is the change that is happening in each figures. Everyone is moving to its left, and the last one, in the sense, after moving to the left, so the first item gets inverted. So if you consider that, if you apply it into this figure, so we will just draw this figure, this, yes, and this. If you apply the first transformation, move everything to its left, so it becomes this, this, and sorry, if you move right, this is the first transformation, moved everything to its left, and now you have to invert this one, so it becomes this, this, and if you invert, it becomes this. So the correct answer here is B. B is the correct answer to the question number 23. Next question, question 24. Consider the following diagrams. X men working at a constant speed do a certain job in Y days. Which one of these diagrams shows the relation between X and Y? So here the x-axis is number of men working, and y-axis is number of days in with which the work gets completed. So as more men work, the number of days to complete should come down. So if you see here in this diagram, as number of men increases, the number of days to complete also increases. So this is wrong. So this is wrong. So here you see, as number of men increases, from here the number of days remains constant, and when the number of days is less than that, this the number of days is not given. So this is also wrong. So it is either A or D. So if you see the first figure, this says as number of men reaches a certain point, the number of days is gets 0, which will never happen. And after that, the number of men, as number of men increases, it will take negative days to finish the work. That is also wrong. So here also, as number of men becomes 0, it gives a date for the completion of work. So that is also wrong. So this is wrong. So our correct answer is D. So here, as number of men reaches 0, it is going to infinity. So it will never gets completed. And as the number of men increases and it gets crowded, and it will never reach the day 0. It will reach approximately close to 0, but it can never reach 0 days. So it is almost linear, but at the end it becomes this curved. So this is the correct answer. So D is the correct answer. Solution to question 24. Next question, question 25. Consider the following metrics: 3, 377, 2, 224, 6, 1, 730, x. What is the number at x in the above matrix? So in such questions, usually we need to find some relation between the elements in each row, and the same relation will be in the second row and third relation. We can use that. So if you see this a difficult question, you don't get that. So if you see 7 cube is 343, right? Yeah. So which is 7 and 3 cube is 27. So if you add these two, you get 370. So sum of 7 cube plus 3 cube is 370. Similarly, if you add 6 cube, so if you check 6 cube is 216. 2 cube is 8. So 216 plus 8 is 224. So 6 cube plus 2 cube is 224. So it is the relationship. So if you we should get x cube plus 1 cube is equal to 730. Or if you x cube is 730 minus 1, which is 729. So as you know, this is 9 cube. So correct answer is C. This is the solution to question number 25. Next question, question 26. 4 cars are hired at the rate of 6 per kilometer plus the cost of diesel at 40 a liter. In this context, consider the details given in the following table. Some information is given and which car maintained the maximum average speed, car A, car B, or car C, or car D. So you can see there is multiple elements here: mileage, hours, total payment. From all this we need to find the speed. So outrightly we can see there is a lot of max involved in this, and the figures are not that easy either. So it won't you can see that it is difficult to get cancelled out and all. So if you are short on time, the best thing to do is leave this question. It's only one question and you will lose only one mark for this. So with the time you can do 2 or 3 other simple questions. So if you are very good at maths, probably you will be able to do it within 2 minutes or less than that. And if you have already completed all other questions, you can definitely give a shot. So I was talking about students who are in exam hall and who's short on time. So the best thing for them is to skip this question and try this at the end. Anyway, I'm going to solve this question with minimum steps possible. So here total payment is given. So let's write total payment is equal to, so here let's assume the speed into time. So since we need to find speed, the time is given, which is hours. So if you multiply speed into time, you will get the total distance traveled by that car. So that total distance into 6 per kilometer. So into 6 plus speed into time, which is total distance by mileage. So total distance by mileage gives total liters of diesel consumed, and for a liter it is 40 rupees. So total liters consumed into 40. So this becomes the total payment, which is this figure. So we will use this equation to solve the speed of each car. So let's see. So first case, for car A, total payment is 2120 is equal to speed. Let it be A into time. Time is 20 into 6 plus A into 20 by mileage. Mileage is 8 into 40. So this is the equation. So here we can first cancel out 20 throughout. So this becomes 0 goes and 106 and 840 becomes 5. So this becomes 6a plus 5a, which is 11a equal to 106. It implies a is equal to 106 by 11, which comes around 999. So 7, so 66, 9 point something, around 9.6. So that is the speed of A. Now let's find out speed of B. 1950 is equal to B into time is 25 into 6 plus B into 25 by mileage. Mileage is 10 into 40. So this is the second equation. So we'll just similarly we'll cancel 25. So 25 is 406 7 becomes, sorry, 175 20, which is 8. So 6, this becomes 4, sorry, 6b, 10b equal to 28. That becomes b equal to 7.8. So we got b. Now let's find out C. 2064 is equal to C into 24 into 6 plus C into 24 by 9 into 40. Here I am assuming, since this term was divisible, so we'll just say try dividing with 24. So 2064 becomes 86. So we get 24 this divides to 86. So 86, and we'll see since there is 9 and it doesn't cancel with the 40, what we'll do is 86 will multiply throughout with 9. So 54c plus 40c. This becomes 94c is equal to 86 into 9. So c is equal to 86 by 94 into 9. So this is the equation, but we need not calculate this because this is less than 1, right? This part is less than 1. So since a number less than 1 multiplied with 9 will give less than 9, we can at least say that. Since a is 9.6, so this is less than 9, and so c will be less than a. So we need not find that. So this is less than 9, and fourth one is 1812 is equal to d into 22 into 6 plus d into 22 by 11 into 40. So we need to find this. So we'll just see whether this is divisible by 11. So 11 gives 71, 66, 552. It is not divisible by 11. So we will not do that. So let's do 2, and here let's take 4 outside. So 2, this becomes, if you take 4 outs, sorry, this becomes 20, 11, and this becomes 3. 1812 by 4, so which becomes 15, 5, 12, 3. So this divided by 4 gives 453. So 453 is equal to 33d plus 20d, 53d. That d is 453 by 53. So I'm guessing till now a is the highest, and we need to just check whether this is greater than 9. So just 53 into 9, which is 7, 2, 4, 45, 47, 477. So if this is less than 9, so our answer will be A. I'm not sure whether there is any simpler method to solve this, but it will take this much time, at least, I guess, to solve this. So if there is any easier solution, do comment on it. I'm interested to know. Anyway, the solution to question 26 is A. Next question, question 27. Examine the following 3 figures in which the numbers follow a specific pattern. So few numbers are given. We have to find out the pattern. So if you see, this is 9 into 9, and here it is 18. So 18 by 2 is 9. So 14 by 7. 14 by 2 is 7. 7 into 12 is 84. So the idea is, it is this number, sorry, this number into this number by 2. So we'll give this number. So here 9, so which is 84 is 12 into 14 by 2. Similarly, 81 is 9 into 18 by 2. So here 88 should be 11 into our missing number, say x by 2, or we have 8, x is equal to 16. So our answer is B, 16. That is the solution to question number 27. If you find it difficult to figure out the pattern used in the questions, in such similar questions, then one way to address it is to solve as much questions as possible. There is only a fixed number of patterns that appears in the exams, like adding the numbers, multiplying it, or squaring it, or worst cases like taking cubes and adding it together, or subtracting it, something like that. There won't be n number of lot of combinations there is only a limited number of patterns that appear in such exams. So as you do more and more problems, you will get good at this kind of problems. At least you will be able to easily get the easier ones that appear in the exam. If it is too difficult, just leave the question. Yeah, there is enough other simple questions already in the exams. So uh, yeah, do as much questions as possible from uh, this type of questions. Anyway, moving on to question 28. A cube has 6 numbers marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 on its faces. 3 views of the cubes are shown below. What possible numbers can exist on the 2 faces marked A and B respectively on the cube? So we have to first figure out all the numbers and their positions, relative positions in the cube. So I'll just draw a cube. So the given numbers, first given numbers is 1, 6 and 4. So there is a number here in this side, in the bottom and this side. So we need to find out these 3 numbers. Then the whole cube will be filled. So it is given 3 and 2 are the numbers adjacent. From the next figure you can see the adjacent numbers are to 1 is 3 and 2 also. So we already have 6 and 4 as adjacent sides of 1, and there is 2 more sides left adjacent to 1, and we know that it is either it is 3 or 2. So this side can be 3 or 2, or this side can be 3 or 2. Okay, instead, like, that arrow might be confusing, let's put arrow here. This side, this could be 3 or 2, or this side could be 3 or 2. So since the bottom side is opposite to 1, it cannot be 3 or 2. So the adjacent sides are 3 or 2. So, and from the figure we know that 3 has 6 as adjacent side. So if you see this, if it is 3, this becomes the opposite to side 6. So if you say this could be 3, then this won't happen. This third figure can't happen, as from the third figure we clearly know that 3 comes as an adjacent side to 6. So out of these two possibilities, the adjacent side to 6 is only this possibility. So we can say this is 3, this side is 3, and this side is 2. So the only one left is 5. So we got our entire cube and relative position, the number relative positions of all the numbers. Now what possible numbers can exist on the 2 faces marked A and B? So the adjacent numbers should be, if it is given 5, so if you say the adjacent numbers can be 6 and 4. So the number opposite to the side 5 is 1. So any option that with 1 cannot be the answer, since 1 is opposite to 5. So all the options that has 1 can be eliminated. So all 3 gets eliminated, and A can be the answer. 2 and 3 are adjacent sides to 5, and that could be a combination possible. So I hope so in such questions, just form the cube first with all the numbers and just see whether what kind of possibilities can be correct. So always use opposite side will never be adjacent concept to solve such questions. That is the solution to question 28. Question 29. Direction for the following 5 items. Study the 2 figures given below and answer the 5 items that follow. So one bar graph and one pie chart is given. We have to use that to answer the 5 questions that follows. The first question is, how many physics professors belong to the age group 35 to 44? So if you see, age of physics professors is given, So 35 to 44 is the black one. 40% of all physics professors belongs to 35 to 44. So we first need to find the number of physics professors. So from this we can just add the number of male professors and female professors to get the total number of physics professors, which is 32 plus, so total is equal to 32 plus 8 is 40. Now 40 percentage, so 35 to 44 group is 40% of 40, so which is 0.4 into 40, which is 16. So correct answer is B, 16. So next question, which one of the following discipline has the highest ratio of males to females? So since males to female is given by the bar chart, we just need to find the highest ratio of male to female. So male has to be high and female has to be low to have this ratio high. So highest male will be physics professors and female is very low also. There is no other graph that has such ratio. So highest male is to smallest female will be physics. So our answer is physics. So question 31. What percentage of all psychology professors are females? So psychology professors, if you see, it is 0, 4, 8. Every line is 4 apart, and females are half of 4 and 8, which becomes 6. So there are 6 females and males are 4. So total 10 psychology professors, and 6 of 10 are females. So that becomes 60%. 60% of them are female. So the correct answer is C. Next question. Question 32. If the number of female physics professors in the age group 25 to 34 equals 25% of all physics professors in that age group, then what is the number of male physics professors in that age group? So it is given number of female physics professors in the age group 25 to 34. So we have that figure, which is 25 to 34. But the people, if you find out the total number of people in 25 to 34 group, that is 30% of all physics professors. So earlier we found out total number of physics professor is 32 plus 8, which is 40. Now 30% of them belong to this group age 25 to 34. So 0.3 into 40 is 12. So we have 12 people in this age group, and it is given number of female physics professors in that age group is 25% of all physics professors in that age group. So it is given 25% of 12 people are female, of 12 is female, and they are asking what is the number of male physics professors in the same group. So we need to find 75% of 12, right? So 25% are female, and we need, so 75% of 12 will be male people. So 3 by 4 into 12, which is 9. So we have 9 as our answer. 75% of 12 is 9. So A. 9 male out of 12 people in this age group of physics professors, 9 people are female. So that is question 32. That is solution to 32. Moving on to the next question, question 33. If the psychology professors in the university constitute 2% of all the professors in the university, then what is the number of professors in the university? So if you see psychology professors, total number of psychology professors is, if you see, this is half. So half of 4 and 8, we did that earlier. So total is 6 plus 4, 10. So it is given 10 is 2% of all professors, right? So total number of professors becomes, so 2%, if 10 is 2% into 50 both side, 100% is 500. 50 into 10, so 500. If you multiply both sides by 50, you get 100% is 500. So correct answer is B, 500. So that is the solution to question 33. Question number 34. Consider the following figures. So some patterns are changing in the figures. Which one of the following figures would logically come in the 7th position indicated above by a question mark? So you see this circle, square, circle, square, circle, square. So it is just changing. So next figure that will have a circle. So that is clear. So it will have a circle. So if you see C is wrong, it has square, all other three has circle. So we have to see how the arrows changes. So for easiness, I will just call this arrow the left one, or this arrow the right one, and this arrow the bottom one, so that I can easily refer to these arrows. So if you see from first to second, which all arrows are changing? Left arrow is getting inverted, so left arrow is changing. In the right arrow is also getting inverted, so right arrow is changing, and bottom arrow is getting inverted, so bottom arrow is also changing. So from the second figure to third figure, if you see, left arrow is changing, right and bottom arrow is not changing, it remains the same. So that is the change happening. Third, from second to third is what we discussed. Now third to fourth, if you see, left arrow is not changing, but right arrow is changing. Right arrow is getting inverted, and bottom arrow is also getting inverted. And fourth figure, if you see, left arrow is getting inverted, right arrow is getting inverted, and bottom arrow is also getting inverted. So from fifth, and so from fifth to sixth, when it goes, if you see, only left arrow is getting inverted. So if you see, there is a pattern here: left, right, bottom gets inverted, then left only left gets inverted, then right, bottom gets inverted, then left, right, bottom, then L. So the next transformation in this order has to be right and bottom arrows gets inverted. So if you draw, we have circle in the center, and from the sixth figure, only right and bottom arrows get inverted. So this right arrow gets inverted, so this becomes this, and bottom arrow also gets inverted, so this. So this has to be the figure. So if you see, the figure that matches is D option. So D is the correct answer. It is the solution to question 34, D. Next question, 35. In a rare coin collection, there is one gold coin for every 3 non-gold coins. So let's say the number of gold coins is X. So there will be 3X non-gold coins, right? So total coins is 4X. 10 more gold coins are added to the collection. So we add 10 more gold coins. So now new X plus 10 more gold coins were added. So the new one will be X plus 10 and 3X. 3X non-gold coins and X plus 10 gold coins. And this becomes, and the ratio of gold coins to non-gold coin would be 1:2. Gold coins to non-gold coin. So X plus 10 by 3X becomes 1:2. Based on the information, the total number of coins in the collection now becomes. So if you solve for X, you can see 2X plus 20 is equal to 3X, or X is equal to 20. So the coins, total number of gold coins now is X plus 10 and 3X. Gold coins and non-gold. Now, so X is 20, so 30. X plus 10 becomes 30, and 3 into 2 is 60. So total sum is 90. So correct answer is A. Solution to question 35 is A. Next question, question 36. A gardener has 1,000 plants. He wants to plant them in such a way that number of rows and number of columns remain same. What is the minimum number of plants that he needs more for this purpose? So basically the question, if the number of rows and columns is same, so we have x into x will become the total number of plants. So that is x square. So the question asks which number is a perfect square just above 1,000. So if you see 32 square, 32 into 32 is 1024. Thir 31 square is 31 3 9 991. So if you see 24 more are needed to get the perfect square above 1,000. So he already has 1,000. So to get 1,024, he needs 24 more plants. So 24 is the correct answer. Solution to question number 36. So why 32? I took 32. 30 square is 900. So it will be either 31 or 32. I just checked both. So in case if you know the perfect squares of these, then you don't need to calculate all this. But yeah. So solution to question 36 is B. Next question, question 37. A sum of 700 rupees has to be used to give 7 cash prizes to the students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is 20 rupees less than its preceding price, what is the least value of the prize? So in such question, we can use a trick. We will call the middle price X. And since each price is 20 rupees less than the other price, so we have 3 prices in front of middle and 3 prices behind middle to have total 7 prices. So we'll call X plus 20 the next price, X plus, since it's 20 rupees apart, we'll call X plus 40 and X plus 60 as the prices in front of it, and behind we'll say X minus 20, X minus 40 and X minus 60 as the prices behind. So if you see, we have 7 prices, each is 20 rupees more when you go from the lowest price to highest price. So all the conditions are satisfied, and the reason why we are taking like this is, if you see, if you take the sum, all the terms cancels out. 60 cancels with minus 60, cancels with plus 60, minus 40 cancels with plus 40, minus 20 cancels with plus 20, and the sum becomes just 7x. So 7x is the sum of all the prices, and it is given, it is 700 rupees. So we can say X is 100 right away. So we don't have to write all this. If we structure the prices in this way, we will get the sum as 7x. You can right away write 7x is equal to 700 and x is equal to 100. And the question is, if each price is 20 rupees less than its preceding price, what is the least value of the price? So least value of price is x minus 60. 100 minus, so x minus 60 is 100 minus 60, which is 40. So 40 is the correct answer. So B is the correct answer to question 37. Next question, question 38. Out of 120 applications for a post, 70 are male and 80 have a driver's license. What is the ratio between the minimum to maximum number of males having driver's license? So the question asks minimum to maximum number of males having driver's license, the possibility, minimum possibility and maximum ratio, that ratio. So there are 120 applications, and we know that 70 are males, and we know 80 people have driver's license. Okay, So to get minimum to maximum number of males, we should so out of 80, let's say minimum males has to be included in this 80. How is that possible? So let's say all other 70, if you consider 50 people are non-male people, so females. So 50 people are there who are not males, and 50. So let's to have minimum males, we should say that all this 50 should have driving license. So out of 80 people, 50 non-males have driving license, say, to have minimum males. So 50 people non-male people have driving license. The only left spot is 30. 30 people more have driving license, and that has to be males, since all non-males was included in this. So 30 people should be males. So this is the minimum males possibility. The possibility where male has the minimum number, so 30. So that is 30. Now to get the maximum, we will consider 70 males. All 70 males have driving license. So that is the case. That is possible. Out of 80 driving license, 70 people can be male. So 70 is the highest number. So the ratio of minimum to maximum is 30:70 or 3:7. So correct answer is C. Solution to question 38 is C. Next question, question 39. In a garrison, there was food for 1,000 soldiers for 1 month. After 10 days, 1,000 more soldiers joined the garrison. How long would the soldiers be able to carry on with the remaining food? So if there was X food, let's say the quantity of food was X, then that is enough to feed 1,000 people for 30 days. So 1,000 people for 30 days, we can feed them this X food. So after 10 days, 30 is 1 month and 1,000 is the number of people. If you product it, that gives an approximate amount of a food. So you can call this person days or some unit person days. The food that is available in person days is 1,000 into 30. So that is the unit. So after 10 days, the food becomes 10 days gone. So 1,000 into 20. Food that is left is 1,000 into 20 person days. So if there is 1,000 into 20 food person days left of food, then the question says after 10 days, 1,000 more soldiers added. So 2,000 people are now there, and the question asks how long would the soldiers be able to carry on with the remaining food. So the question asks, so from this point, if 2,000 people are there, and so 2,000 into number of days, let's call it 2,000 into D, is equal to, this is the this becomes person days. How many days person days will be there left is the question. So we know that after 10 days, 1,000 into 20 is the person days of food that is left. So D becomes 2,010. So the answer is 10 more days these 2,000 people can feed. So D is the correct answer, 10 days. So this is the solution to question 39. Moving on to the next question, question 40. The tank full petrol in Arun's motorcycle lasts for 10 days. If he starts using 25% more every day, how many days will tank full petrol last? So let's say the usual conception, is x. Then x into 10 is the total petrol. X into 10 is the total petrol in the full tank. So the question asks 25% of, so this is 10. Now question asks the if we start using 25% more every day, so x becomes 1.25x. If it is increased by 25%, it becomes 1.25x. So question is 1.25 into number of days is equal to x into 10. So we have to find this d. So x cancels and d is 10 by 1.25. So in fractions, 1.25 is 1 plus 1 by 4 or 5 by 4. So we can write this as 10 into 5 by 4. So 4 into 2 becomes 8. So 8 is the correct answer. D is the solution to question 40. Moving on to the next question. The last question in this test. Question 41. A person can walk a certain distance and drive back in 6 hours. He can also walk both ways in 10 hours. How much time will he take to drive both ways? So let's say the person takes W time to walk that distance in one way. From here to here, he's taking W time if he walks and D time if he drives. So it is given he can drive walk a certain distance and drive back in 6 hours. So it is given W, the time to walk, and time to drive is 6 hours. Okay, and he can also walk both ways in 10 hours. So 2 times walking time is 10 hours. So from this we have W is 10 by 2, which is 5 hours. So using this we have D is driving time is 6 minus W, which is 6 minus 5, which is 1 hour. So we got the time he takes to cover that distance by walking and driving separately. So the question is, how much time will he take to drive both ways? So to drive both ways, he will take 2D time. We got our D as 1 hour. So 2 into 1, which is 2 hours is the answer. So A is the correct answer. It's the solution to question 41. So this ends the solution to this test. So if you have doubt in any question, do comment on it. If you want better clarity, if you are not familiar with certain concepts I discussed, or if you want more clarity on certain steps, do comment on it. I will make videos on that. I will be solving the question papers that the other year question papers in the coming videos. So I hope this helped. Thank you.